This is a video about how to make jewelry. So jewelry making is actually really simple, and I'm going to show you why it's so simple. So here I've got my necklace. I've strung my beads. Stringing beads is very simple. You just take your string, put the beads on there however you want. Then once you've got your beads strung, the only thing you need to know how to do is crimp. And once you know how to crimp, jewelry making is really simple. So I'm going to show you how to crimp in this video. So I've got my clasp. This is not a traditional clasp. This is kind of a weird clasp, but I'm going to use it for this piece because I think that'll look really cool. This is more of a traditional clasp situation, like a hook clasp like that, but I'm going to go with the silver for this. So you're going to need some crimp beads. You're also going to need some tools. You're going to need I'm not sure what this is called, crimp smasher, crimper tool. You're going to need one of these. You're going to need some wire cutters. And you're gonna need at least one pair of pliers. I like to use all three of mine. But you will need at least one of those. The more pliers you have, it's probably better. So, I'm gonna take 2 crimps, and then I'm gonna put my crimp bead on one side, and let's start with this. So this is just a simple ring for the clasp to clasp onto. I'm gonna put the clasp on there, and then I put the string back through the crimp bead. And depending on how heavy the necklace is, you do need to use more crimps. So on a heavier necklace, you need more crimps, but this is not that heavy of a necklace, so I'm just gonna use one. And it doesn't really matter about getting it super tight right now because we haven't done the other side yet. So once we get to the other side, then we'll worry about how tight it is or how loose. So now we're gonna crimp. So, something important to mention, hopefully you can see here, that there's kind of like this first notch that has a little pointy thing inside of it, and then the second notch is round. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna put the crimp bead in this first notch with the pointy thing, and then we're gonna smash it again in the round one. So, I sort of want more light for this. I'm gonna turn my other light on. Yes, that's better. I'm wearing a lot of jewelry. I don't normally wear this much jewelry. I kind of did it for the video. Okay, so first crimp. Smash it down. And I like to do it 3 times just to make sure it's really done. One, two, three. And then again through the second one. So the next thing that I'm going to do is trim this wire off because we don't need it anymore. This is where the wire cutters come in handy. And so now I've got one side done. You can add a crimp cover if you want. if you want to be really fancy about it, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for this piece. It just kind of covers up the crimp. And when you smash it down, you want to like smash it close together, or smash it. This is kind of hard to explain. The crimp cover is honestly the hardest part. But when I put the crimp cover on, I first kind of smash it this way, and then like imagine this is a mouth. This crimp is a mouth. I first would take one of these lips and push it in like that way, and then close the mouth. That makes sense, right? I tried to explain that the best way I could. That's how I do crimp covers. Because it takes a little bit of practice to not get your crimp covers to look like shit. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that though for this piece. And then I'm going to do the other side. Just making sure everything is laying how I want it to. Now you don't want to make it too tight, because then the beads are gonna kind of like wear together. You want it to have a little bit of give so that it has a little bit of flexibility. You don't want it to be as tight as it can possibly be. And you also want to keep in mind which direction everything is going. Obviously I want the hook to be on this side. So, oh, I need my crimp bead. Crimp bead. String it through the hole. String it through the crimp. And then repeat that same process again of putting it through the first notch and then the second one. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm gonna trim off the extra wire again. And then there you have it. It's done. And you can use this method for making bracelets. Ugh, it's so satisfying to finish a necklace. Yay! That's what it looks like. So I hope that was helpful to you, and happy jewelry making!